Minisode.
Minisode.
Welcome to Talking All's Fair, the mini show where we talk about Ryan Murphy's new masterpiece, All's Fair. Now, of course, we
God,
know in the last
Oh
episode,
God.
Kim Kardashian.
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
We already
Cut the
told you we're not
crap.
doing that.
What? We're not talking. We're not.
Back it up.
We're not doing All's Fair today.
We're doing Talking Titans. All's fair tomorrow.
I just really want to talk about how Kim Kardashian stole that embryo and forged her husband's signature. All right. Apologies, folks. Welcome to Talking Titans, the minisodes where we come together and talk Boulet Brothers Dragula Titans. I'm your host, Jonathan Correia, and as always, I'm joined with my friend Waylon Jordan. Waylon, how are you today?
Oh, I'm great. I am so ready to get into these messy episodes.
Oh, they've been messy. They've been messy, but we can't get into the mess yet, not without Lindsey Gant. Lindsey, how are you today?
Oh, I'm swimming in that mess. We are deep in it. We are just floundering around. Who knows how we can get messier from here? Is it possible? Is it possible? These two episodes are crazy.
This season we're 6 episodes in and it has been nuts, so let's get into a quick recap of episode 5, Holiday of Horrors. Episode 5 saw the contestants battling it out with a haunted holiday looks, each one picking a different holiday as their main inspiration. So the contestants battle it out with a holiday themed competition, each one picking a different holiday. We learned at the top of the episode that La Zavaleta and Dahlia Black both went home from the previous episode. With the holiday theme, we saw Abora win the challenge, which was definitely something we didn't see happening at the beginning of the season, but she's really earned her place there. The guest judges were Don Mancini and Jen Fertilia of the Chucky franchise fame. We also, by the end of the episode, had to say goodbye to Disasterina and Priscilla Chambers, two of my absolute
Boo.
favorites. Boo. In the Hellbound Showdown, J. Jolie knocked Dahlia Black out of the competition, and we learned that La
Yay.
Zavaleta was disqualified for
Boo.
future Hellbound Showdown. Before they left, they quickly teased episode 6 theme of the Ghost Town. That's right, we're going back to an early season classic with guest judges Twin Temple, the satanic doo-wop duo. We saw in the showcase was a Western ghost look, and they had to lip sync to Twin Temple's I'm Wicked, which was a lot of fun. The challenge winner was two people, Abora again and Sigourney Beaver getting her season's first win. The bottom two was Blackberry and Cynthia Doll. Very worried for both because they had to do an extermination challenge to see who could spend the longest time in a coffin filled with snakes. We don't know who got exterminated. They left it up in the air again. So we quickly went back to the Hellbound Showbound, where we learned a second contestant was disqualified. J. Jolie is no longer a part of the show. Don't know what the fuck's going on with that, but it's happening. So the Hellbound Showdown was between recently deceased Disasterina and Priscilla Chambers, with Priscilla Chambers winning and continuing on to next week. So that's the recap. Let's jump into it. Episode 5, Holiday of Horrors. Well, let's start with the drama at the very beginning. It seemed like Cynthia for a moment was, or like for a couple episodes, forgot that she was pissed off at Blackberry and then suddenly remembered with a vengeance, I guess is the only way to put
Remembered with a vengeance is about the only way I could think to put it.
it.
I mean, it's literally a switch flip. Like, I'm not mad, I'm not mad. I am the angriest person who has ever been angry in the history of anger. I mean, that's what we get from her when she goes into these rants, and it's just so shrill, and she's just shrieking, and I'm like, shut up and sit down and listen. Which eventually somebody told her maybe you should try listening for a little bit. But I mean, just like it really was a total crash out there for a little while.
Yeah. Thank God for Jaharia to be like, girl, you say you're listening, but you're not. Like, you didn't do that at all. And even Cynthia had a moment of like, I guess I didn't really, did I?
I was proud of Blackberry for not backing down in that confrontation a little bit too, because if I had Cynthia yelling in my face, I'd be like, okay, 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 bye. I can't handle the noise. I'm gonna go hide in the corner. But Blackberry stood her ground, and you know what? She was right for doing so, and I appreciate that. But also, I really like Cynthia quite a bit this season, and I think that when she talked to Jaharia and realized that she actually didn't listen, and then eventually she would go back and apologize. I think that that's all really good.
And I think the continuation of this between the two of them into episode 6 in the ghost town, where they kind of had a bit of a heart to heart. Cynthia apologized sincerely, and Blackberry was just kind of like, I'm really glad she apologized sincerely. I don't trust a bitch, but I appreciate it. And then she locked her in the outhouse, of course, which was, Cynthia in outhouses, just, it's a constant.
Beautiful.
How are you guys feeling about Jaharia trying to play both sides? Because we saw it a bit in episode 4, but episode 5 and 6, we're seeing it a lot more where Jaharia's making alliances and breaking them instantly. It's like she thinks she's on Survivor.
Listen, can we talk a little bit about how they are playing Survivor when this is not fucking Survivor? Like, alliances mean shit in this game. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, like who you work with, like it doesn't matter these alliances. So this is kind of insane. All these promises that are being broken, promises being kept, like who's making these pinky promises and stuff. It's just like it's kind of really funny.
I almost wonder if it's being encouraged behind the scenes just a little bit. Like, yeah, go make alliances. That's a great idea. And like, who started this? Because like, no, there's never been alliances on this show for fucking ever.
Yeah.
I will say though that if they do make a Dragula Survivor season, I am all about it. I'm all for it. I am bringing this podcast back. So whatever we can do to get that to happen, let's make sure we encourage that, folks. I'm talking to you, listener. You write to your senator and say we want a Dragula themed Survivor episode.
Chuck Schumer, make Dragula Survivor happen. Do something with your time.
Let's talk about that filth challenge for a second.
I was just about to say, we finally got a filth challenge.
We got a filth challenge, and some of it was filth, and some of it I kept feeling kind of like I was back with Kate Siegel going, where is the filth? Like,
you better not be coming after Sigourney, because she presented pussy juice on the stage.
I will give her that. That was a bold move.
I mean, throwback to season 1 where we had somebody as a nun masturbating on stage. It wasn't quite as filth or shocking as that, but I mean, hasn't been done since then. So, hats off on that one, I think.
Waylon, who do you think had the most filth that they brought to the challenge?
Okay, well, I will say I did love JK's Mardi Gras look with the vomiting
back face.
Back face, whatever you want to call it. That was kind of fun. Not really filth, but I did love that look, and I love what they were doing with it. It was not as filthy as it could have been. I mean, if you're going to vomit on stage, blow chunks. That's what I'm saying. But, I mean, if you're just going to put a bunch of liquid out there, it's not going to do it for you. But, I did kind of like what Blackberry was doing with the giant turkey and all the nasty food and everything. It was a real shame that her whole costume fell apart by the end of it.
Oh, man. The whole nothing waist down. I think she was wearing shoes this time, but
right.
The whole waist down thing, it's like, if you're not going to do anything waist down, make sure that fucking table is sturdy.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Exactly. Because, that thing falling apart, not a great look for her, and did not help her coming into the 6th episode either, when she had yet another wardrobe problem.
Yeah, it's an ongoing issue. Which I gotta say, I don't know if there's ever been a more vacuum of personality in the cauldron than in this episode. Because now that Zav and Dahlia are out of the cauldron, episode 5 cauldron was just passive. It was very like low energy. Like everyone was just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, it was kind of like they were tired, but also they didn't have the shit stirrer, so it's not like it was almost like they were sitting there trying to figure out what should we be yelling about right now, because like the people that we want to yell at aren't here anymore. So
well, and you couple that with like 2 favorites of everybody. Everyone loves Disasterina and Priscilla. Like everyone talks about how much they just bring great vibes and great energy to the room, to the competition. And so when you have like the 2 shit stirrers gone and you have the 2 favorites up for extermination, it was a funeral in there, dude. Everyone was so quiet and passive.
Yeah. Just let me sit here and drink my drink and don't talk to me, and let me just be in my feelings for a little bit. That's really what we were getting in the cauldron this time around.
Yeah. How shocked or gagged were you guys when both Disasterina and Priscilla dropped back into the abyss.
I was shocked, but not nearly as shocked as Eva collapsing on the ground, high-pitched crying, or even a Bora. I was shocked at a Bora falling to the ground and like starting to cry as well. I was like, what is happening right now?
What did Eva say? It's episode 5, so you're going to see me cry. That's just how it goes. Has she cried in episode 5 of every season that she's been on? Because we should
Oh,
really go back and
probably.
look at that at some point.
Well, as Sigourney Beaver said earlier in the episode, Eva's got a lot of feelings. She does. You know? And it's true, and it comes back a lot, which again, it's just so funny because like sometimes like she just comes. I love Eva to death, but she's such a nerd. She's such a dork. That's part of the reason why we do love her. Like the whole thing in episode 6 where she's like, "Fuck your track record. Your track record doesn't mean shit. Fuck your track record and fuck you. Do the work." And it's just like, okay, Eva, thank you.
I love her and I hate her. She's just such a mess.
She's great.
She really is. And really one of the hairiest queens that we ever see on one of these shows.
Say it louder.
It never ceases to amaze me though, because like I'll forget because she'll be all covered up, and then she comes walking in with her little midriff showing and that trail going down the front of her stomach, and I'm like, oh yeah, this bitch is hairy as fuck. Like,
Waylon and I just do the whole rolling our lower jaw back up into our mouth.
well, yes, there is that. But
Hey,
anyway,
I'm happy for the representation for the fellow Harrys out there. So we found out La Zavaleta was disqualified, and she did
Boo.
tease on social media that she was going to release a video on it, and she released one on Monday. It's a 20-minute video where she talks about everything but being disqualified,
well, of
which
course.
is amazing. I love her for it. We were genuinely glued to the TV. I felt like I was like waiting for the presidential results or some shit, because like just on this edge of my seat. And then she goes like, well, the reason why I got disqualified, and then just like fast forwards. It was brilliant, but I don't think we'll ever find out. J. Jolie did a similar thing, not quite as dramatic or drawn out, but she did release a statement saying, I'm not going to say why. Just know that chapter is closed. And then she posted a bunch of photos of her and her partner eating at Waffle House or some shit.
I will say though that the Zav video, I really enjoyed the video, and I wanted to make it clear that she didn't just do it just to troll people. Like she had some really good points in there that were made. What one is that she really can't say anything, period, about it because she's under contract.
Yep.
And two, right. She said just because everyone's trying to say it's because of the ketamine, like she said it's not that. So if you want to take that for her word, that's what she said. She said nothing to do with drugs. And she also was saying that she went on this whole tangent about making that her family came to this country breaking the rules, but sometimes you have to break the rules in order to make a better life for yourself. And so I think there's a little bit of thing there in which maybe she disagreed with the rules, and that's why she did it. So I think that those things were clarified in there. I think she actually said a lot of good stuff in that video without actually saying the thing that people are actually looking for, which is...
Yeah. She used the moment that she had where people were like looking at her to say a lot of things. And I really do appreciate that. In the moment, I did not like being teased that hard, but that's okay. We wish her nothing but love and prosperity. That being said, we need to go back to the ghost town. Because
the ghost town was fun. I mean, it was just fun, and they gave us so much of their interactions when we got there. Like it gave us such a long time to just let them sit and talk and do and be around one another and stuff. And I feel like we've been missing that up till this point in the season. And I don't know if it's that they've finally eliminated enough people that like we can actually spend some time with sort of everybody or what. But it was really cool to just see them kind of sit around and shoot the shit while they were doing this.
And the amount of ADHD amongst the cast is insane. Like immediately they're like, there's a pig. We got to go find the pig. What's up with those donkeys? Why are you scared of donkeys, especially miniature, JK? Leave the donkeys alone, okay?
My favorite part of that scene was Sigourney just decking out her teeth into the nastiest, like, just paint job. She didn't even look in the mirror. She just, like, did it. and she was like that the rest of the time, just like talking. It was amazing. I loved it so much.
Yeah,
Probably my best Sigourney moment in this season so far.
it's so good.
And I was really into their looks too. I mean, all of them had really fun looks. I mean, there were some issues. Not everybody was up to snuff, but like they all seemed to really be having a good time with it. And I love the performance. The
Yeah.
performance was just a lot of fun.
And I'm so glad that they showed so much of the performance, because isn't that always the complaint we have, is that we're not seeing enough of the performance, we're not seeing
Yeah.
enough of the looks, and like we spent a lot of time with it, and I loved it because we got to see not only people's like high points, but we got to see some low points too. So we got to see Blackberry's awesome revealing of the eye patch of the eye moment, which was great. But then you also saw that like everyone else is moving around, giving this big energy, and she's still just sitting there on the chair. And it's like, get the fuck up, mother! Like, come on, girl, you fight for your life here.
I love that location, that whatever building they were in, be able to film in
Yeah,
that, the color scheme, it was really cool. So even if they felt like they had to be stuck in a certain place, like I mean, Sigourney was able to get up and move around and do a bunch of stuff, and so I think that the space shouldn't have been too limiting, and I think people let that be a bit of a limiting factor. Even Eva, she kind of just like stayed put. She had a lot of face, but she really didn't move very much in that location.
yeah, you could see like how they were kind of commanding the camera with what they were doing. Because I mean, JK stole the last moment of it, I think, from everyone else by flopping onto the floor, which is fantastic for her.
I loved JK's outfit. I loved it so much. I thought that it was a really, really cool look. And I also love how JK did the little bit with Abora where
The
JK
silent
walked
film.
away from the sheriff. And yeah, it was amazing. I thought that was so fun. So it was cool that they wanted to work together for that part of it. They didn't want to be totally separate.
I was really worried when Abora said she was doing a counterpart to her previous Ghost Town look of the bank robber and that she was going to do the sheriff, but she really fucking elevated that
So
type of
cool.
design, and I loved her silly symphony sheriff.
I'm telling you, this drag queen heard me talk about her in our first episode and has been trying to prove me wrong ever since we started doing this. But geez, she's so good. I mean, she's really been tuned in this season.
And she's calmed down on like a lot of the very like over the top theater manic theater kidness that would like drive me insane during the cauldron bits. Like she's actually fun outside of drag as well, these last couple episodes. So I do, she keeps this up, she might turn into a favorite of the season, to be honest.
I turned to John and I was like, dare I say that Abora's looking hot this episode?
She was pretty hot. Yeah.
Okay, well, if we're going to talk hot this episode, I do
Please.
have to give my thirsty moment. And JK in the overalls and no shirt and just kind of hanging out with everybody, I was like, oof, I need a fan because this is doing something. You know, you come from the country, you see somebody dressed like that, it just does something to you, you know?
JK of all people, that boy's grown up.
Yeah. Since their last season, oh yeah, they've grown
Yeah,
up.
100%. When their first season, they were known as like I don't know, the indie kid. I don't know, the person who they had to scrape by with like very little. What would they call him?
Poor
Poor.
peasant.
He was scraping by with what he had, but now maybe he has money. I don't know.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe he has some sort of sponsor that's allowing him to actually have funds for making his costumes this year. But you know, he still has his DIY aesthetic. He still has that in his
Oh,
costumes.
yeah,
It's just
very
he's a lot
much.
more polished than what he first presented to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that comes with the growth too. Also, him just kind of like figuring out how to make it work. First, and it's a lot the same like when you're writing and stuff. You spend forever looking for that voice that says, "This is I wrote something that and everybody knows that I'm the guy that wrote it when they read it."
Yeah.
It's the same thing with drag. It's the same thing with any kind of art. And I think, it was a matter of finding the voice and then figuring out how to hone it. And that seems to be a lot of what we're seeing with a lot of people in this season.
Yeah. Well, JK especially, their season, they came off very little annoying brother energy. And it's almost like when you do encounter that little brother later in life and like they went off to college and stuff, and it's like, wait, you're a fucking adult now? Like,
Yeah.
what? Like they still have their little moments where it reminds you of like, there you are, But there's definitely a maturity to not only their art but their personality and how they're handling themselves. But they're still not afraid to like get in the muck. I mean, they keep picking fights with Sigourney Beaver for some fucking reason. Now, of course, we had our two winners of Sigourney Beaver and Abora. Well earned. I mean, it was a lip syncing performance glam challenge. Of course, Sigourney was going to kill it. And Abora's look was phenomenal.
When they said that Abora knew the lyrics, so that's all I could focus on was watching her during the performance. It's like not just that she wouldn't know the lyrics, but she knew them so well that she had so much energy,
Mm-hmm.
but she was there for it.
Well, it's also a very sultry song. How it's sung and its lyrics and everything. It's sultry. That's not a Boris usual bag. That's also not what that look was. But the second she threw the baby out and like the bits were done and she was like doing the like going in with the camera and stuff, it was just like that's when we turned to each other and we're like, is Abora hot this episode? Like, what's going on? Now the two on the bottom though had one major thing in common, and that is malfunctions. We had Cynthia Doll and Blackberry at the bottom this week, and their elimination challenge is to be in a coffin with a bunch of snakes, which I fucking lost it when Cynthia started singing Britney Spears "I'm a Slave for You." Like that was perfect.
Okay, well, I would be eliminated before we even got started because I am completely phobic of snakes. So that would not have happened. Like, you're not going to put me in a coffin. I don't care. $100,000 is not enough.
I
But
thought you were a country boy, Waylon. Aren't there snakes in
yeah,
the
Yeah.
country?
yes, there are snakes in the country, and I actively avoided them. I have pulled off feats of superhuman strength and agility when one of those suckers has come up. Yeah, no, I admire them both for lying there and letting them pack all those snakes on top of them because I could not have done it. And then when they shut the lid, I was like, I would have died. I would have died, and I would have won that challenge because I couldn't have gotten out because I would have been dead inside the coffin. So,
Well, for the underground showdown, we had Priscilla Chambers versus Disasterina due to two disqualifications. And I really appreciate that they gave Disasterina a moment to talk after because girl did not know the lyrics at all and was very lost and just kept jumping over the fire pit.
I was waiting for her skirts to catch fire.
I think she was too.
do you think she really didn't know it, or do you think that she kind of threw it? Because she is so thorough in everything that she does, even if she's not getting a lot of camera time. And it looked to me like she was not even trying to mouth the lyrics.
Hmm.
And I just kept thinking, did she see Priscilla and think, no, she needs to go on? And I mean, this is my moment where one generation step aside, let another one come up, that kind of thing. I don't know. It just seemed like she might not have really been in it and maybe intentionally not in it while I was watching. And we'll never know probably, but that's just how it kind of played to me.
Yeah.
I think we might have seen her flub a little bit, and then I don't know if she just suddenly lost all kind of mental energy in order to can't keep up that fight at that point. I feel like I kind of saw that happen. She came out with an energy. She like broke all the bottles in her snake oil sign, and she broke the chair. And I was like, hell yeah, bring it on. And then I think she may have seen how this was Priscilla's song. This was exactly made for her to kind of flaunt her energy here, and then just didn't have anything else to present after that. I don't know. But
Yeah.
Priscilla killed it. Like
Yeah.
that, she was absolutely incredible. Like so sexy, moving around in that outfit. And then they both had a moment there, and I was like, hell yeah, this is a great scene. Disasterina can use Priscilla's energy to kind of pull through, and then she kind of fell off again. So I
Wait.
don't know.
I think you're brushing over the scene when they start
Very hot.
fucking grinding on each other
Very
and are
hot.
on the ground, just like right. Priscilla's writhing on top of Disasterina, and it was just like, wow, everyone's so hot today. It was a bit sad to see Disasterina just kind of go out like that. That's why I really appreciate that the Boulets a lot like did the interview because we haven't done that with the previous showdowns. And just having Disasterina being like, I didn't have enough time to remember the lyrics, but you know what? Even when I lose, I'm a winner because I'm Disasterina. And it's like, yeah, you are. She's gonna keep going. She's gonna keep being a fucking mess, and we're gonna keep loving her. But excited that we get to see more of Priscilla at least.
Well, and really, Disasterina has, in her own way, kind of earned her place as being one of the drag monster grand dams. I mean, she's been at this a long time, so, just kind of letting her sort of, step up into that place. It is a good place for her to be, I think.
So I need to ask you guys a question because there's something that's been going on that we haven't quite addressed. The opening scenes where the Boulets do their introduction recap, they introduced a sidekick, this talking fur rug. What's your opinions on it?
I think somebody's seen one too many episodes of The Addams Family and the Munsters, but I don't hate it. Like, it is very camp. It is a very Paul Lynde Halloween special, and I kind of
Oh,
enjoy it.
girl, you know I love the fucking Paul Lynde Halloween special. It's so fucking good.
I love it. I think it's great.
It's fun. I love the addition of this little sidekick character. You say they watch too many Addams Family. I don't think that's possible. It's fun. It's camp. It's bringing back like what they said in their interviews about Rocky Horror about always making sure it's fun. And I do think
Yeah.
that like in a very emotionally charged season, well, I know we always contextualize it as drama, but there's a lot of shit going on in people's
Mhm.
lives and it's very emotionally charged. So balancing out that with a bit of camp, with a lot of fun, I think is healthy and helps with keep the roller coaster go. Now, who do you think is not coming back for episode 7?
I have a feeling that it's going to be Blackberry this week, dare I say it. I feel like there's just been too many complications with her outfits, maybe not too many successful ideas pulling together. And what I've loved what I've been seeing, I think I've loved more so what I've been seeing with Cynthia. And I think the Boulets even said that they're seeing a side of Cynthia that they haven't seen before and they don't know what to expect necessarily anymore in a good way. In which they also said that Blackberry is not meeting their expectations for where they thought that she would be at this point in the competition. And so taking that into account, plus my experience in terms of what outfits I've loved and who I've been loving most on the show, I think that, or at least I'm hoping that Cynthia is one returning.
Yeah, I think the last two episodes with Blackberry having technical issues while she's out on stage and performing and doing one thing and another, I think it's really working against her. And like they said, at this stage in the game, they have to nitpick. They have to really get down to the nitty-gritty. And if you are repeatedly having the same sort of issues, then yeah, I think your head gets on the chopping block much faster. It is a shame because I think she's got so much talent and she's one of my Texas girls and I really want her to keep going, but yeah, I think it's coming down to it and I think that she's going to be out and we're going to be back with Cynthia, even though her prosthetic was actually about to come off of her head. But
I think the thing with Cynthia was that her costume was falling apart, but it was a result of her taking a risk more so than she's ever done before. Like I've never seen that kind of look from her before, and I think that's exciting for me to see is that she's trying new things and trying to step out of her box.
Are you talking about those eyebrows?
Yeah, the eyebrows specifically are out of the box for sure. The whole like non-makeup makeup look, I think that that's something that she's definitely not glam the way she's normally doing,
Hmm.
and she looks a lot more mask in that than I've ever seen her present either. And so I think it's a little bit more of that I'm happy to see. And Blackberry, while she had a similar kind of wardrobe malfunction, it was a lot of what I've already seen from her, and I'm not sure that I would see
Yeah.
anything different necessarily in the future.
I mean, it's really hard. Early in a season, you can say, "Oh, I can see this person not making it to top 5. I can see this person; they're not going to make it to this." All of these contestants, I can see getting there, getting to that top 3 spot. So it really is a week to week thing, and I think Blackberry had too many notes against her. I think both went into the extermination challenge and went hard with it. I think Cynthia doing the Britney Spears thing probably helped her out a bit more with it, but I'm not happy to see Blackberry go if that's the case. I've mentioned it before on this show that I love her to death, and I was really excited when she got her win a couple episodes ago, but it's a competition, dude. Someone's got to go. Speaking of going, we got to get out of here. Thank you, friends, for coming by and talking about drag queens and drama with me. Happy to do this. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Our artwork is by Chris Fisher. So go check him out. Our theme song is by Restless Spirit. So go check them out. Waylon, our intrepid writer, where can we find you on the interwebs?
Look for me on Instagram, Waylon.Jordan. Look for me, Waylon Jordan on Facebook and wdaljordanauthor.com if you want to know more about my writing.
Speaking of writing, plug that book one more time, sir.
These Sins of Mine, a collection of short stories out just a couple of weeks ago.
And of course, you can find Lindsey, myself, and everyone else from Ion Horror on the socials at Ion Horror or at iHorror.com, the website where we all call home. Keep the drama going. We'll see you, everybody, in a couple weeks when we review episodes 7 and 8. Until then, I'm Jonathan Correia.
I'm Waylon Jordan.
And I'm Lindsey.
And keep on talking Titans.
Keep on talking Titans. We're gonna keep on talking Titans. We're gonna keep on talking Titans.
Yeah.